groundbreaking Huskies, middle school is now a wrap. You are the very first to complete middle school at Hemingway STEAM School. That makes you a very special class, destined for greatness. All the best to you as you head into high school. You are prepared. Mr. Slonim has created a great film of your steamy middle school journey. My very, very best to each of you.
Oh, hello there, 8th graders. You caught me catching up on some light reading. Came across a word that reminds me of you. That word is pioneer. The definition of pioneer is one who ventures into unexplored or unclaimed territory to settle, or an innovator. And that's what you are. For 3 years now, 6th, 7th, and 8th grade, you have been exploring new lands in Hemingway STEAM School, the very first class to graduate from this school. 20, 30 years from now, you're going to look back and you're going to be like, we were the first to do that. We were the pioneers. Have that strength, carry it with you into 9th grade and beyond, into the world. You are truly pioneers. Thank you so much.
Hello 8th graders, I have had such a lovely year with you. I knew many of you as 5th graders, and it has been so nice getting to know the mature students you've become. Even though it's an odd end of the year, you're ready for high school. Working with you has been extremely rewarding for me because you're so firm in your beliefs of what is right and what is wrong, and what is fair and what is not fair and just in our world. And I hope that you never lose that, and that you get to live your life following those beliefs and those convictions. If you have to take anything away from my class, if you take one thing away, I hope that it is that you need to make up your own minds and form your own opinions. Don't just take what you hear as fact. Remember, there are multiple sides to every story, and think about the difference between Columbus's story and the Native Americans. Two completely different sides and stories. So go out and do your own research, study issues and ideas from many angles, and then form your own opinions based on what you learned. It's okay to have differing opinions or beliefs. Discussing and arguing those helps us mutually reshape and reevaluate our points of view, and sometimes even change our minds. I feel so lucky to have gotten to participate in our spring rafting trip and see you all outside of school. I love the way that you take care of one another, that you make sure everyone is included, and I hope that you continue to do that through high school. Good luck in all the future.
What's up, Hemingway, 8th grade? Just wanted to congratulate you guys on finishing the year, being the first class ever to come through Hemingway STEAM School. That's something you'll keep with you for the rest of your lives. You're on to high school now, and I really think that working with you this year, you guys are all prepared for it. First and second period was awesome for me this year. You guys had a great attitude, great work ethic, made it fun, really overcame some challenges with distance learning. Thinking back to the beginning of the year, I feel like I got to know you all really well, and I just appreciated working with you. So I wish you the best of luck, and take care, guys. Go crush it in high school.
Greetings, class of 2020. You are our pioneer class, and I am so proud of you, and I feel so lucky that I have been with you through this adventure from 6th grade on. It's been 3 years of growing and learning. You have faced a ton of adversity, and you have faced it bravely and with grace. I just wanted to tell you that I'm really, really, really proud of all of you, and I know that you will all do great things with your lives. I wanted to read a quote to you, and it's about the future. It is by Victor Hugo, Les Misérables. The future has several names. For the weak, it is impossible. For the faint-hearted, it is unknown. But for the valiant, it is ideal. So I want you to go into this future of yours, and I want you to be valiant. And I know that you are, and I expect a ton of you, and I know that you're going to do great, great things. So congratulations, class of 2020.
Eighth graders, I am so incredibly proud of you guys. You are smart, hardworking, creative problem solvers, and I have just had an awesome time being your teacher and working with you guys for the last 3 years. It's been a heck of a ride. We've had lots of fun times and sad times and hard times and easy times and just about everything in between, and I have so many memories thinking back of the time we spent together, and I just feel so grateful that I got to spend so much of it with you. So, go forth into the rest of your lives remembering every single thing that you learned in our science classroom, and thank you for the time we spent together.
Congratulations to the class of 2020. We are very excited for your future. Through these last few weeks, you guys have carried yourselves with so much grace and composure. I am really very assured of your future because of how you've dealt with these interesting circumstances as you've finished your last year pretty much of childhood before you go on to high school. I also know that you guys are capable of many great things. I thoroughly enjoyed our very in-depth conversations this year with pretty intense topics, from To Kill a Mockingbird to your college tuition paper. You guys have really upped your game lately in critical thought and collaboration and just showing general maturity that is going to take you very far in life. And I know being a Husky will stay with you forever, but you're ready for better and bigger and grander things. So all the best as you move forward into this next step. We will miss you. The door is always open to you at Hemingway, but all the best as you venture forth. And don't ignore us when you see us on the public streets. We're going to say hi.
Hello, 8th grade. First, I just wanted to say that I have enjoyed meeting and interacting with each and every one of you over the past 2 years. Second, I wanted to say thank you for taking the leap to create Hemingway Middle School. That step is greatly appreciated. And third, just a quick piece of advice. Learn from each opportunity that you have. Let no opportunity be too small for your time, and let no opportunity be too big for your possibilities. Enjoy your high school experience.
Hey, all you awesome 8th graders. Well, can you believe it? You've made it to the end of your Hemingway career. If it were up to me, we'd have a high school and you'd never get to leave. But as I say, you got to spread your wings and fly away. But you're going to have to promise me a few things. Come back and visit. Say hi to me when I see you in town or on the mountain, even if you're with your super cool high school friends. Please don't ignore me. It will hurt my feelings. Also, promise that you'll continue to do great things with your life. If there's one thing that you take away from middle school, I hope it is happiness, laughter, and the ability to hold your head up high in confidence. Remember, you are an amazing role model to your peers. You are an amazing friend to everyone around you. And above all, you will leave a legacy of hard work, kindness, and compassion. I've got a secret to tell you, and I might get in trouble for it. Believe it or not, when you're an old adult, you probably won't remember much about what you actually learned in middle school. Sure, all the math, all the science, social studies, language arts, and world language classes will be stepping stones for your high school career and beyond. There's no doubting that. And don't get me wrong, there is a lot of hard work ahead of you. Anyhow, here's the secret. In 10 years, you're more likely to remember how you made people feel. You're more likely to remember how you felt from people's actions. You see, compassion is what will drive your life to success. Not math skills, not a current event presentation, but compassion. I'm talking about the ability to connect with people, to understand people's emotions, to pick someone up when they're having a bad day, to work well with your peers, to accept your weaknesses, to ask for help, to learn from your mistakes. In other words, I'm talking about how to be a decent human being. The 8th grade class succeeded with these endeavors. All of you are highly trained and skilled in the art of compassion. Whether you become a nurse, a professional athlete, a painter, the CEO of TikTok, a fly fishing guide, or a teacher, compassion is what will drive your success. As cliche as it sounds, I will never forget this 8th grade class. It seems like just yesterday, I was a new teacher in the Blaine County School District. Being that you were the first students I ever worked with at Hemingway, you will always have a special place in my heart. You challenged me to be a better teacher, you pushed me to laugh and take things lightly, and occasionally, you were the reason that I went home and ate a whole pizza to myself. Yep, you drove me up the wall sometimes. But hey, I was in middle school at one point, and I definitely did my fair share of questioning to teachers for every rule and procedure. Why can't we leave a minute early? Why do we have to put our name on this? Why can't we wear hats? Well, hats off to all of you for keeping me on my toes for 3 glorious years. I appreciate every single one of you. Angela A., I appreciate you for your passion and attitude towards drawing. Angela M., I appreciate you for your constant smiles and eternal friendship to all. Sitlali, I appreciate you for your dedication to our school's well-being. You always seem to be there when something needs to be done. Aixa, I appreciate you for your appetite for art. Sebastian, I appreciate you for your ability to raise your peers' academic performance. Hayden, I appreciate you for your soft-spoken humor. Ken, I appreciate you for being yourself. In a world of peer pressure, I'm glad to know that there are people like you who have never been afraid to be themselves. Lucy, I appreciate you for always being kind to others. Seriously, I don't think I ever saw you say or do something mean to someone. Dylan Cruz, I appreciate you for your consistency. Since day one in middle school, you have remained a pillar of our program. Katie G., appreciate you for your tenacity. Everything you do it with grit, energy, and well-intentioned emotion. Alondra, I appreciate you for your thoroughness in everything you do. Your work is never late and never incomplete. You are a hard worker. Teddy, Theodore, I appreciate you for your ability to learn from your mistakes. You take criticism better than most, and believe it or not, this will take you a long way in the game of life. Adon Jaime, I appreciate you for your soft-spokenness and your consistent drive to do your best. Abram, I appreciate you for your ability to laugh at my jokes, not because you think they're funny, but because you want me to think I'm funny. Tor, I appreciate you for your comedic relief. One of the best laughs I've had in the past 3 years was when I thought you weren't paying attention and you were looking in the mirror in the back of the classroom. Turns out you were looking through the mirror at me. Maybe it was a you had to be there moment, but if you remember that, that made me laugh really hard, and I appreciate that. Wit, I appreciate you for your spot-on Titania voice from A Midsummer Night's Dream. Etan, I appreciate you for keeping me up to date on the latest and greatest fashion trends. If it weren't for you, I would probably still dress like Mr. Quaderer. Emma, I appreciate you for your humble attitude. You make friends everywhere you go. Max. Oh, Max. I appreciate you for being you, Max. Over the past 3 years, your independence and drive have remained a constant at our school. Sophia, I appreciate you for your professionalism and transparent communication. Thank you. Oliver, I appreciate you. I appreciate your ability to question just about everything. I've got to give it to you. You've gotten better at it over the years, and by better, I I mean more diplomatic. Adon Jesus, I appreciate your ability to shine through your never-ending empathy and kindness. Truly never-ending empathy from you, Adon. Thank you. Dylan P., I appreciate you for your perseverance. For 3 years, you have called lefties at lunch. Nothing, absolutely nothing will stop you from a leftover Johnny G's sandwich. Scarlett, I appreciate you for your spunky attitude and subtle humor. Ryan, I appreciate you for your energy. No basketball, no door, nor any obstacle for that matter can stop you. Gio, I appreciate you for your humble approach to life and the empathy you walk with every day. Luis, I appreciate you for your eagerness to learn and immerse yourself in everything you do. Aunque nunca te tuve como estudiante, puedo decir que estás motivado para hacer lo mejor. Lizette, I appreciate you for your blunt honesty. You've never been afraid to make fun of me when my Spanish is absolutely terrible. Tatum, I appreciate you for your no-nonsense attitude. I remember the first week when you were a 6th grader, I saw Max Mucci cut you off going out of the double doors. And I won't go into the end of the story, but you made sure to let him know that that wasn't okay. Drew, I appreciate you for parting your hair to the left so I know who you are. And Will, I appreciate you parting your hair to the right so I know who you are. Hey, just kidding. Will and Drew, I appreciate you both for being such a great addition to our school. Each November when you returned, you gave our school an academic and social boost that lifted everyone's spirits. Well, and with that, I wish you all luck in the next chapter of your life. Study hard, laugh way harder, but study really hard, let's be honest. But above all, 8th grade class, promise me that you'll show compassion to everyone around you. You won't regret doing that. I promise. See you all around the next river bend.
I just wanted to take this opportunity to thank everyone who has gotten this class through middle school. I think back to the beginning of 6th grade, and I'm amazed at the growth of my fellow classmates and this middle school. This would not have been possible without all of our amazing teachers. They inspired us to do good in this world, and over the 3 years, they have probably been secretly preparing us for this exact moment. I myself am so grateful for all of my teachers, but I would like to acknowledge 3 pretty special ones: Mr. Parsons, Miss Abell, and Mr. Quatter. You guys were here from the beginning. You started this middle school, and you're still here, which is pretty impressive because I thought by now we would have chased you guys off. I hope that all teachers in this middle school stay for as long as they can and teach as many kids as possible. As for me and my fellow classmates, I would just like to say, yes, this is the end of middle school, but not all endings have to be sad, because this is also the beginning of a new chapter in our lives, and I hope it's a good one.
Congratulations, guys. We made it. We're graduating.
All right.
But don't you guys find it a little crazy that we are?
To me, it feels like just yesterday.
We're all little kids, ready to start our middle school life, ready to see all the memories that we're going to make and the new friendships, and literally now all we have are those memories. Like, we're going to look back and remember our first trip to Moss, to our last rafting trip, remember every single moment that we had in middle school. I find that totally insane. But also, guys, our teachers deserve a huge thank you. They had to deal with us, and we got really lucky with them. Because even though they might have been a little annoying or a little hard on us from time to time, they were really good teachers. To me, they became more than just teachers. They became friends. Alright guys, one last thing. Even though we're all young adults and very much so ready to start our high school, remember to enjoy every single moment of it. Because believe it or not, soon enough we'll be standing in our caps and gowns, ready to start this whole new chapter in our lives. And that's all I have to say. Thank you so much for making my middle school experience so much better.